There's a crack in the stained glass window from last night's screaming choir singing Hallelujah for Redemption. It's 11:59 and there's a beggar at the door, but she has no carols to sing. There's a broken minstrel in the wings, and he carries only a violin with broken strings that fate cuts one by one. He uses them to tie stolen marigolds together, leaving them in lopsided apologetic vases at the footsteps of virgins who look like the first woman who hoped for his best intentions to be fruitful, mending the wires in the frames of his glasses so he would always see clearly and directly. There's a preacher's son, polishing his best shoes to woo the girl who never comes inside the chapel but waits in the garden to the left of the gates, sipping water from tulip petals and counting caterpillars and ladybug spots. The clergy are not sure if the crack in the window will be mended before the winter rain soaks through the tapestries, keeping them glued to the floors. No more magic flying carpet rides, no more wooden nickels in the offering baskets. The candelabras are always snuffed at the end of the holy season, as though hope dies when the calendar reads a new moon. But they, the clerics, know the people will still come, because even a cracked foundation can house a heart as long as it's thirsty enough for a font in these times, newly Roman. As long as the glassmakers come to fix the window before the frost bulges the baseboards and the window gives way in the frame and shatters, and the builders leave an estimate that we will sigh and wring our hands over affording. We will not have seen this coming, this winter's flaw. These are the kinds of tests we raise our children to face. Even blindness can be good for something. Otherwise, how could grace have become so amazing? When the first test reveals doubt, can a cure still be given to treat the potential dis-ease of a congregation? Can a heart still yield to an embrace knowing there are still spikes exposed the moment it starts pumping too hard again? Thomas doubted, but his faith became rock solid, remembering that the human imperfection of faith makes it impenetrable to forces of destruction calling to shatter it. I doubted, and I walked out of a forest and a church and a temple. I aimed for the steeple of the stars, and I am still reaching because I know God is there, somewhere, maybe behind your eyelids, if only I could read through skin. He may have doubted, but will never cross the threshold to confirm himself. Perhaps it is this desire to climb beyond a ceiling or a rooftop or a tree that makes the journey feel impossible to reach. If a church, as I have been told, is not the building but its people, then it will live with the ones who stay to fight for it, even when the cracks in the stained glass are showing, letting the light in a little brighter, just like Leonard Cohen said. I will be on the outside, soaking up the rainbow in the sky, learning to trust the flowers to bloom in the spring when everyone comes out of doors again. Because I want more than the cracked light those windows can give me.